What's going on? This is Marcus and you're at the channel of the Debt Free Dad. In today's video, we're going to talk about the student loan forbearance. Are you going to get an extension? Do you got to start making payments October 1st? Let's rap about it. Before we dive in, if you're interested in this kind of content, learning about finance, getting updates on student loans, and following my debt-free journey, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button below, and also hit that bell so you can get notified when I post new content. I'm not even going to have a table discussion for this video. We're going to make it short and sweet. Let's talk about where we were, how we got here, and we're going to talk about what's going on and what are my thoughts and expectations going forward. Now, coronavirus happened. Because of the pandemic, the economy kind of came to a screeching halt. Student loan forbearance was put in place by the government. That forbearance was extended by President Trump. Then, subsequently, Biden got in office. Biden extended that benefit as well. And right now, currently, everyone is set to start repaying their student loans on October 1st. So, I know, wipe a tear from my eye. We're almost getting to that time. Now, a little bit of background. What's been going on? Of course, Democrats in the House and the Senate have been calling for Biden to get rid of $50,000 in student loans. Biden talking about $10,000. He really don't want to do it. That's my opinion. Biden did ask the Secretary of Education along with the DOJ to write an opinion related to his presidential authority with an executive order, and does he actually have the authority to wipe out and cancel student loan? In short, hey, I'm an attorney, I'm not your attorney. In short, the answer is yes. It's not only my interpretation. There's been multiple studies done by Harvard and some big head guys at the Ivy League schools who all agree that the Department of Education and the executive branch does have the authority to cancel student loans with an executive order. So that's where we are right now. Well, recently a new development happened on Wednesday. 60 Democrats, to include the usual corporate suspects, the Chuck Schumers, the Nancy Pelosi's, and some of the more liberal Democrats, the Ayanna Presleys, and all of those type of Democrats, 60 total Democrats actually wrote a letter that they submitted to President Biden requesting that Biden extend the student loan forbearance another 6 months that will push us well into 2022. But there was a caveat. They actually said, hey, extend it another 6 months or extend it until the job and the economy gets to pre-pandemic levels, whichever is longer. Just in my opinion, based on that, I think it's going to take a little bit longer for the job market to actually open up. I think the last unemployment notes that we had, 319,000 were expected to file for unemployment, and it was over 400,000 who actually filed for unemployment. So, with that in mind, hey, they are asking on Biden to give a lot of leverage that will put people in a good position so they won't have to make those payments. They won't have any interest. All the good things that's been going on since you haven't had to make those student loans payment will continue to happen. Now, here's a little bit about my opinion. I want this to be short and sweet, so I'm talking kind of fast. I think that it is going to get extended. I actually think it's going to go out a little bit further than 6 months from the date that payments are set to resume on October 1st. Just from a commonsensical standpoint and a political standpoint, you don't want to be the party who resumes student loan payments right before an election cycle. We're going to have the midterm elections coming up in 2022. Then we're going to speedball into another presidential election. And considering the fact that Democrats have been making a lot of promises of we're going to do this about student loans and we're going to do that, and they haven't done anything, I think as a matter of course it's probably going to be in their best interest to stretch out this student loan forbearance and the interest rate freeze as long as possible. So I do think we're going to get some relief there. So far on these guesses on these videos, I've been right. On the last video I did with a student loan update, I said that I think that it'll probably go all the way through 2022. That'll provide a lot of relief. So that's what's going on. That's what I think is going to happen. A little bit about the moves I plan to make. If they extended another 6 months, I'm going to do everything in my power to try to knock out my student loan so that I only have one student loan left. I don't care if I got to sell some stuff, sell the motorcycles, sell the kids, force the kids into illegal child labor law violations, but I'm going to try my best to do what I got to do to knock out at least one of those student loans if we can get an additional 6 months, October, November, December, January, February, March. You wouldn't have to submit a payment till March of 2022. Or, which I think is more likely, if we can get an extension all the way through 2022. 2022. I think there's a strong possibility it's going to happen because elections are coming up and the Democrats made a bunch of promises about canceling student loan that they didn't come through on. That's it. I appreciate you all tuning in. I know this video was short. I was running through it. There was no table action, but I just wanted to get this information out. Y'all take care. Be blessed. I love y'all. Peace. Right now, it's probably a few videos popping up on the screen along with my ugly picture. Definitely check out these other videos if you're interested in learning more about finance and following my debt-free journey. Hopefully, y'all become a part of the Intellectual Savage family.